Yo, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Howdy, everyone. All million of you. How we doing tonight? Had to take a day off yesterday. I had shit to do. I am back. Guess what? The world's just as fucking crazy as it was before. Can you guys believe it? Anybody out there? Anybody in the chat? Hello. Made a few changes. In case y'all can't tell. Little making it spiffy, like spiffed it up. Ward, happy Sunday to you, sir. And or ma'am, person, camera, TV. Ward could be either. Happy Sunday. Yeah, happy Sunday. Oh, David's here. And everybody's piling in. Check it out. Amy, what up? What up? Everybody, what up? Your video is too soft? My video? You mean the volume? Is it too low? Thought I had that just right. Check this out. Yeah, check it out. Check out something else cool you can do. Ready for it? This. Bam! Woo! That's my If you use an emoji now, it might only work on Twitch though. I don't think it works on YouTube. It works on Twitch though. Love my TikTok videos. Thank you. I love that you love them. Too soft? I don't know. You guys think the volume's too soft? My mic's at the same place it always is. I never have any issues. Sure, you're not. Let me try one thing here. For people to pile in. All right, try that. Yeah. Mumbles and things says it's fine. Sounds good to you? Sound good to you? Okay. Everybody's piling in here. Let me check a couple things here. But yeah, man, we got I found this so yesterday, I think it was yesterday, a bunch of anti-vaxxers shut down they shut down the Dodger Stadium basically, but they were giving out vaccine shots there, and these anti-vaxxer basically horde shut the whole thing down. And so there was a live stream of it, so we'll check that out. But right before I went live, I found this video of a guy, what's his name? Asia Hutchinson. He's like the governor of Arkansas or something. I don't know why Streamlabs for some reason started a poll for me. I don't know why it did that. But yeah, you can vote if you want. But yeah. But yeah, if you are on Twitch, if you use one of my emojis, it now does this fancy thing. Bam. Figured, since we're doing all these live streams, I might as well spruce it up a little bit. Anyway, I'm pretty sure it only works on Twitch though. See? Yeah. Woo! And my logo moves now too, as you can see. But okay. People are rolling in. Let's hop to it. So, without further ado, oh, not that one. So this guy, yeah, Arkansas, not Alabama. Did I say I think I said Alabama before. So this guy was asked about Marjorie Taylor Greene and all her crazy. I found a couple other videos of her. I mean, I love it now though that everybody's talking about Marjorie Taylor Greene. Like, I want to be like a Marjorie Greene purist, because I was talking about her back in July. You know what I mean? Like the first video I ever made that went like semi-viral on TikTok was about Marjorie Taylor Greene. But everybody's been getting asked about her, and all these crazy ass videos have come out, and you notice that nobody is saying anything in the GOP. I've heard, Liz Cheney's getting censured by the entire Wyoming GOP. Other guys are getting censured in South Carolina. Tom Rice, I believe his name is. So they're coming out hard against the Trump impeachment people. But the lady that's saying Sandy Hook is a false flag, they don't have nothing to say about her. But so this is he was asked about it today, and he's supposed to be one of the good Republicans. You know what I mean? That's why this is more important. This isn't like Matt Gaetz. He's supposed to be one of the good Republicans. And this is what he had to say. Hold on, let me pop this up a little bit.
And one more question about a member of Congress, a new Republican member of Congress, Trump loyalist Marjorie Taylor Greene. She's long embraced conspiracy theories like QAnon, voiced support for executing Nancy Pelosi. Is she fit to serve, and should she be on the Education Committee?
Well, that's, first of all, the people of her district elected her, and that should mean a lot. They elected her, and she's going to run for re-election, and she'll be accountable for what she said and her actions. And then,
given her history, is she really fit to serve?
I'm not going to answer that question as to whether she's fit to serve because she believes in something that everybody else does not accept. I reject that.
That is maybe the nicest way you can put it. The QAnon and false flags about Parkland are not just something a lot of people don't accept. You know, it's not being trans to the right. You know, it's not like people on the right, a lot of them don't accept trans people. But they're actual, you know what I'm saying? They're actual people. Like, not accepting QAnon and all the batshit stuff that she talks about is not just, oh, well, you know, it's frowned upon in this establishment. Like, that's a pretty nice way of putting it, my guy.
But she's going to stand for re-election. I don't think we ought to punish people from a disciplinary standpoint, a party standpoint, because they think something a little bit different. We have got to make sure that we don't divide our party. I'm more troubled by someone going in and opposing Liz Cheney because she took a...
And at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. It's all about what's best for the party. Screw the country. We're trying to keep this party from collapsing. So we need this QAnon lady. 30 million people believe in it, after all.
Different position than many others in the party. That's the kind of thing that tears our party apart. We need to not start primarying everyone just because we don't like how they handled things during the last 2 or 3 weeks post-election.
But Governor, you say you shouldn't go after someone because they think of something a little bit different. She believes in conspiracy theories, that they're pedophiles running Washington. That's not just a little bit different.
I reject that, and I would not.
How do we, like, I watched this, well, maybe we'll watch it in a little bit, this Saturday Night Live clip, but how did we get to a place where Martha Raddatz is on Sunday morning, she's like, but she believes in pedophiles running Washington, sir. Have you no shame? Like, how did we get to this place?
I'd vote for her. I would not vote for her. The second question is, should the House of Representatives make a disciplinary call on her? I'm not going to get in the middle of that. They're going to have to make that judgment. But, you know, whenever you have a broad diversity of the party, you reject the extreme elements. It's not mainstream GOP, and that's what we've got to get back to. We got to have a regard for those people that supported Donald Trump. Because they have a message, they have a concern, but at the same time, we don't want to gloss over the terrible actions that happened at the Capitol. We need to hold people accountable for that. That is critically important.
Okay, thanks for joining us this morning, Governor. We really appreciate it.
That goes to show you that is the only thing that matters. That he put it in a nice way, and again, this is one of the Republicans that actually thinks Trump did something wrong, you know, and has called out at least done the bare minimum and called out the whole Capitol riot things, and but it goes to show you how far party loyalty goes. Because even this lady who, I mean, today there was a video that came out that she was saying 9/11 was a conspiracy. And when Ilhan Omar, which might have been that was when I first knew that Dan Crenshaw was just a piece of crap. When Ilhan Omar said in a speech something to the effect of, oh, well, not all Muslims are bad, and we started this organization because, in America, some people did something and they blamed us all. Talking to some people did something was talking about 9/11. It was like an offhand comment and like a 25-minute speech. And for the next 2 weeks, the right just ran with that. Like, oh, she needs to step down. She's downplaying 9/11. They went full force with it. And now we have somebody in the party saying, well, I don't know, planes, did planes really do that? And, not a peep. Fucking hypocrites. What up, Jay? Nice to see you, sir. Didn't see you in there. Yeah, don't forget to hit the like button, like Jim said. You're not gonna make anybody drink Kool-Aid, are you, Jim? Jim Jones. What up, Alaska? But yeah. This was on Sunday morning. I didn't see it earlier. Somebody sent it to me, actually. But this guy, it just shows you how far party loyalty goes. And it shows you, like, this is the roadmap. This is what they're gonna do. And if Democrats don't stick with it and continue to call this lady out, it's just going to be another thing that goes the wayside. Maybe not so much now that Trump's not in office. We don't have like a different crazy scandal with him every day. But, Republicans are going to give this same talking point. Oh, well, I think we need party unity. And that's what they're going to go with. It's a time to bring the country together. We don't need to be primarying people just because they have fringe ideas. Like, dude, oh my God. Cool. Anywho. This is, we'll come back to that. Alright, so, I don't know if you guys saw my TikTok earlier, but we got some new info on the Capitol riots that I thought was extremely interesting. So, I've done a lot of like deeper dives into the whole Capitol riot thing. We know that there was a phone call once people actually broke into the Capitol, and they even disregarded further support from the National Guard after they had already breached the Capitol, and a bunch of other things. And we got congressmen texting whereabouts of Nancy Pelosi. We got all around a whole bunch of lots of shady shit, and you can just like add this right to the top. Trump Defense Secretary disarmed DC National Guard before Capitol riot. This is basically what happened. Oh, let me get a drink. Sponsored by Coca-Cola today. In testimony before the House this week, Capitol Police and DC National Guard officials acknowledged that by January 4th, they understood that the January 6th event would not be like any of the previous protests held in 2020. We knew that militia groups and white supremacist organizations would be attending. We also knew that some of these participants were intending to bring firearms and other weapons to the event. We knew that there was a strong potential for violence and that Congress was the target. Okay, so that's on the 4th. So they know all this. On that same day, former Acting Defense Secretary Christopher Miller issued a memo to the Secretary of the Army placing some extremely unusual limits on the National Guard forces for that event. It's not a to-do list. It's a list of thou shall nots, which is kind of a funny way to put it. A long list that says the Guard forces can arrest any pro-Trump protesters or search them or even touch them, and that's just for starters. The full memo shows that the DC Guard did receive a request for DC government for Guard presence during the January 6th event. Miller responded promptly to go ahead so long as the soldiers are given no weapons, no body armor, and no helmets. Don't even give these fucking guys helmets. I'll read you the whole order here in a second. They bring agents like pepper spray they can bring agents like pepper spray or flashbangs. They can't share any gear with Capitol Police or Metro DC Police. They can't really do much of anything. When initial reports indicated that a handful of National Guard forces were deployed to DC that day, were dedicated to directing traffic several blocks away from the area of the Trump rally, it may simply be because that's the only thing they could find for them to do considering the restrictions that they were given. It was clear that these restrictions would have absolutely prevented any guard forces from trying to protect any location. A new book just came out about Trump and the Russia organization in Russia. Yeah, I've still of the belief that Trump was he's not an asset of Russia or anything, but he definitely did some shady deals with them, I'm sure. I would almost bet money on that. But let's read this order. By the way, while you guys are here, if you could like the stream, I'd really much appreciate it. You can follow me on Twitch. That would be awesome, because eventually I'm going to move over to Twitch permanently and just do Twitch. If you want to support me, you can subscribe on Twitch. That way you get my cool emojis. I also have I got some new ones too. And yeah, all my socials are down in the description on either Twitch or YouTube. Okay, but this is from Christopher Miller, who apparently writes like a fucking 4-year-old. Okay. This memorandum is response to your January 4th, 2021 memorandum regarding the District of Columbia request for the District of National Guard, where you are authorized to approve the request, support subject to my guidance below, and subject to consultation with an Attorney General. Where does it say? Required execute by... Okay, here it is. Without my subsequent personal authorization, the DCNG, which is the DC National Guard, is not authorized the following. So they can't have any of this stuff. To be issued weapons, ammunition, bayonets, batons, or ballistics protection equipment, such as helmets and or body armor. To interact physically with protesters except when necessary in self-defense or other defenses of other consistent with the DCNG rules of the use of force. To employ any riot control agents, to share equipment with any law enforcement, to use intelligence, surveillance, reconnaissance, ISR assets, or to conduct ISR or incident awareness or incident assessment activities. To employ helicopter or any other air assets to conduct searches, seizures, arrests, and or similar direct law enforcement activities. To seek support from any non-DCNG National Guard unit. So they pretty much completely handcuffed these guys after, and you know, that's the big part of it. Like, this isn't like this isn't before, like, they knew shit was going down, possibly. Like, this is after. First of all, you can scroll Twitter. You could have scrolled any social media and known that some shit was probably going to go down on the 6th. They made fucking merch for it, okay? They made merch about it. But they knew 100% that this was going to be different than normal, that there was going to be white supremacists and militia groups, and that they would probably have weapons. And knowing all that, Christopher Miller said, okay, we'll send in some guard, but they literally are reduced to being traffic cops because they can't do anything. Like, someone is... Please explain to me how this is not ridiculously, like, dereliction of duty or whatever you want to call it. Like, this is fucking fucked up right here. I mean, there's just no two ways about it. Let's see what else it has to say. In addition to this I think there's more to it. In addition to this memo, another grim document from the January 6th insurgency emerged on Thursday as the New York Times reports body cam footage deliberately... Oh yeah, there's some new footage too, that's right. Body cam footage deliberately not inserted here, because it's terrible, I guess, from officers at the Capitol steps was used in court when bringing charges against Michael Foy, a Michigan man who attacked the police with a hockey stick. Like... I don't. Why would you bring a hockey stick? Like he's just like walking to the thing. Like, yeah, man, I brought my hockey stick just in case. Carried this thing everywhere. In addition to Foy's attack, the minute of video captures grisly scenes. The moment when 34-year-old Roseanne Boylan is trampled to death at the Capitol steps. Follow the insurgents rushing forward to join the attack on police. Yeah, I watched the video earlier. I don't know. It's a little grim, so I don't want to show it on stream because YouTube is just really cracking. Like they've been fucking me, really, and I don't want to be fucked by YouTube anymore. But it's bad. And the craziest thing about it is you hear the guy, her friend that Roseanne Boylan went with, you hear him in the video saying, hey, help her, she's gonna die, You know, they're right on the Capitol steps. It's basically, it took place in the same place that the cop got pulled down and beat to death. It's like the same group. So the cops can't go down and help her because if they go into the crowd, they're gonna get murdered. And afterwards, like, it's crazy how it all kind of came together, but afterwards, that guy who her friend who watched her die screamed out, help, she's gonna die. After all that, after being surrounded by all those people watching that happen, he blamed Antifa. He did an interview with his local news. I watched it on another stream. He blamed Antifa for it. It's like, what? It's crazy, man. YouTube creates all kinds of problems with their copyright nonsense. Yeah. No, they're ridiculous, man. Just that, well, and they like to give you strikes for every little thing. Man, I almost got my channel deleted. I talk about the news. What's worse is the 90-minute delay between the violence and the Trump-Pence calling. Yeah, no, I talked about, I don't know if it was the Post, not the Post. Yeah, I think it was the Washington Post that did a real good breakdown of, like, the timeline of exactly how things went. And, yeah, I think it was 2:26. At 2:26, they had already breached the Capitol, and that's when a phone call took place with several of the higher-ups, and they said no go on additional troops or something. Yeah, it's a little hairy now, but they basically said no go on additional forces, even after they had breached the Capitol because they were worried about optics. And then the guard or the reinforcements didn't end up getting there till like almost 6 o'clock, and maybe it was like 5:30 or something. But yeah, it is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Dems cannot let up. They must keep applying pressure. Yeah, no, that's what I'm worried about. I'm worried about because we cannot sell a story for nothing. Or the left can't. Just the left in general. I don't know if it's just they don't have like the gumption or what. They're just not good at it. But it seems like everything that just the Republicans give as a gift, we just squander. And I mean, well, you know, and in this case, I mean, this guy needs to go to jail. I mean, that's absolutely ridiculous. He needs to go to jail because he, after having credible intel from DC or from the Capitol Police and the DC National Guard, after they all knew this, not only did he like not do his job, like he purposely did his job worse. Like he handcuffed them. Like he didn't just like send in like not enough troops. He sent in not enough people and then restricted them from doing anything. Somebody brought up a good point in my comments earlier. Like you're gonna like not allow people to search any suspicious characters that are known for carrying, you know, AK-47s in their cargo pocket. Like these are the type of people you're dealing with, but you can't search them. Nothing. Can't do nothing. Yeah, I fear you might be right there, Alaska. And I don't know if anything will ever happen to him. And I don't know why this story isn't getting more attention. Like I made a video about it earlier around noon, and I haven't seen one other person talk about it. I mean, it was talked about on Twitter a lot. Usually like Twitter has more like journalists and stuff on it. So you get more like I feel like this is like an inside story kind of like a Washington only story, but this should be national, scream it from the rooftop type stuff. Maybe it's just because Chris Miller is not like a known person. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. Massive setup. I mean, it keeps seeming, you know, I don't like to go conspiratorial with it, but it's like, tell me you're trying to stage a coup without telling me you're trying to stage a coup. Or they just wanted the most heads to roll. They just wanted to cause as much chaos as possible, maybe. Who knows? Or maybe they wanted like a little bit of pushback, even though they knew nothing would happen. I don't. It's tough to say. But yeah, we're at on that one. People are already moving on it. I feel like Trump made us have attention spans like gnats. Yeah, that's just. I think people are just like happy he's gone or something. I don't know. I know it, like, no matter what. It doesn't matter with the Dems, though. We've had so many, like, somehow Benghazi stuck around for like 8 years, and we can't make an attack on our capital stick when there's clearly, you know, many things we can go with as far as illegal activities, arresting people, a number of things. But moving on from that, we'll get to Marjorie Taylor Greene again in a second. I'm almost tired of talking about her at this point. But so, you guys remember, let's talk about the anti-vaxxers. Because they are, well, they're going to be they're going to be a big important story for the next probably at least a year. Because not only are they going to spread a ton of misinformation about a very important vaccine, but they're also in the QAnon, you know, they're in that world. So they're going to contribute to that as well, because people aren't just anti-vax anymore, at least from what I've seen. They're anti-vax because, you know, deep state cabal, you know what I mean? Like, if they don't start with that belief, they eventually end up with it. Like, they just might start out anti-vax, but a month they find a forum or they find a Facebook group, and then all of a sudden they're talking, you know, QAnon talking points. Flat Earth. Yes, this guy is also a flat earther. But this is a guy, this kind of rounds into the whole thing. Let me find the actual article, yeah. This, I don't know, maybe it was a month ago, there was a pharmacist who destroyed 500 vials of vaccine. That's this goofball. It just shows to show you these aren't just uneducated people. Like, this guy was a pharmacist, which, you know, pretty decent gig if you can get it. Wisconsin vaccine saboteur, Steve Brandenburger, is a flat earther, FBI documents review. But this is the guy who wasted the vaccine. The Wisconsin pharmacist who intentionally sabotaged hundreds of doses of the Moderna coronavirus vaccine because he thought COVID-19 was a hoax also believes the Earth is flat and that the sky is actually a shield put up by the government to prevent individuals from seeing. Hold on, I gotta read that again. Thinks the sky is a shield put up by the government to prevent individuals from seeing God. I never heard that flat Earth talking point. That's a new one. I heard like what was the ice wall? Like, there's an ice wall in Antarctica. That's why nobody goes there. You guys ever heard that one? Anyway, according to a newly unsealed FBI search warrant application obtained by the Daily Beast, which the Bureau filed earlier this month, requesting permission to analyze an iPhone, a laptop, and a thumb drive seized from Steve when he was arrested in late December. Federal authorities accused Brandenburg, 46, of purposely destroying 570 doses, damn it, man, of the vaccine by twice removing a box containing the vials from a refrigerator at Advocate Aurora Health Systems in Grafton, Wisconsin, where he worked the night shift. Brandenburg knew this could spoil the vaccine, which only survived 12 hours outside refrigerated, said prosecutors. The damage does... Anyway, yeah. You get the idea. He's a flat earth goofball. There's really not much else in the story. Anti-vaxer who has already did some damage to the vaccine. And then, this like anti-vaxer week, I guess. I don't know. The QAnon crazies were taking a break maybe this day. But then the anti-vax people shut down. Dodger Stadium is like the biggest venue that is doing COVID vaccines. Well, the anti-vaxxers went out there and protested, and it got out of hand and actually shut down for just a little while. It shut down the Dodger Stadium people getting the vaccine. Dodger Stadium COVID-19 vaccination site temporarily shut down after protests gathered outside the entrance. That's just kind of saying the thing. The demonstrators included members of the anti-vaccine and far-right groups, while some carried signs decrying the COVID vaccine and shouting for people not to get the shots. There were no incidents of violence. This is completely wrong, said German Jaquez, who drove from his home in L.A. He has been waiting an hour for the vaccination. When the stadium's gates were closed, he said some of the protesters were telling people in line that the coronavirus was not real and to not get the vaccination, it was dangerous. This is the wrong message. I've been waiting for weeks to get an appointment. I'm a dentist. I'm taking big risks being around patients. I want to be safe for my patients and my family. The vaccine is the only way to beat the virus. That's statistics, but they were like they wanted to disguise being Trump people. This is just talking about how many people have died from COVID. Fire departments. Damn. Okay, here we go. So, just they haven't lost steam. Just remember that. A post on social media described the demonstrators as the demonstration as a scam-demic. So original. Protests / march. It advised participants, please refrain from wearing Trump/MAGA attire as we want our statement to resonate with the sheeple. No flags, but informational signs only. So informational. COVID equals scam. Now you guys know. Jeez, guys. Informational. Our world's collapsing before our very eyes. This is a sharing information protest and march against everything COVID vaccine, PCR tests, lockdowns, masks, Fauci, Gates, Newsom, China, digital tracking, etc. A live stream video, which we'll watch in a minute because it has some good parts, at least from what I saw of it. Of the gathering shows a group of protesters on a sidewalk as cars navigate a cone-lined lanes towards the stadium, which served as a COVID-19 testing site for months. At times, photographer witnessed as much of the incident. Protesters carried signs that read, "Save your soul! Turn back now! CNN is lying to you! Recall Gavin Newsom!" I mean, Gavin Newsom kind of sucks, but I don't know. And take off your mask! Some handed out pamphlets to motorists who had their own windows down. Some cars blared their horns as they drove by. Yes. These people are actually, they're in the video. I've seen them. Protesters spoke through bullhorns. Turn back while you can, one man said. You're a lab rat. Public officials swiftly weighed in, expressing frustration. We will not be deterred or threatened. Governor Gavin Newsom tweeted, Dodger Stadium is back up and running. Los Angeles Deputy Mayor Jeff Gorell, I believe is how you say it, who oversees public safety for Garcetti, tweeted a Times article about the closure, writing, "It's back open," adding a facepalm emoji. Unbelievable. Los Angeles City Council President Nuri Martinez tweeted, "If you don't want the vaccine, fine, but there are millions of Angelenos that do. 16,000 of your neighbors have died, so get out of the way." After an hour after the vaccination site reopened Saturday, health officials released a statement warning that the variant of the coronavirus continued to spread in LA County, noting that the second case of a highly transmittable UK variant, B117, has been confirmed locally. But yeah, I mean, this is just like Facebook. I just blame Facebook. I blame Mark Zuckerberg for this. And there was somebody with this story The guy who tweeted it out, who I got it from, he shared some posts from Facebook, you know, and they still have all the vaccine misinformation going around, talking, you know, all the dumb talking points, that the flu went away, masks don't work. Just, you know, you guys know, they need to make a Now CD out of them, you know, just playing all the hits, basically. Like this guy, like, I don't know, man. What draws you to do this? I don't know. Is it me or is it him? This kid, I don't know. He looks like he's just chilling, but he like believes in this stuff so much that he. Yeah. But yeah, so the vaccine people are out in mass, and they're gonna continue to be, and they're gonna keep pushing this information. And I just hope that Facebook, which is the biggest perpetuator of this shit, gets it under control. Yeah, now that's what I call vaccine misinformation. Yeah, exactly. If anti-vaxxers weren't bad enough before, they're even worse now. Because they're growing in numbers. The number one pushback I get on my Fall of the Cabal videos is about the vaccine stuff, and I only mentioned it for like 2 seconds in there. It's like at the very beginning of the video, and I just say like 3 simple things, and so it's all connected. You know what I mean? That's the thing about QAnon. It's this big tent. So anyway, Facebook Business allows you to run ads about COVID? I hope not. Oh, good. I honestly thought I unfollowed all the wackos on my page, but yeah, honestly, I have a bunch of goofballs on my Facebook, and like I said, I still scroll it every once in a while just to see what the common man crazy is talking about. You know, because I get it on other social media platforms, but it's different. I don't really know. I don't know the people, so I want to get like their, not like their troll lines, but what they're actually thinking. You know, got to get in there with them. But yeah, so then we have I'll watch the other video in a second, but this shit, I don't know if I just missed this, but this is like, I don't know, from a little while back, but holy fucking hell, man.
So you need to put your mask.
Like this, these people are fucking out to lunch.
So you need to put your mask on.
This is basically like a mass protest movement thing here. I don't know.
You're gonna get sick, sir. I have a mask for you.
Oh, and I also want to get.
I have a mask.
I don't either. I don't wear masks. I don't wear masks.
Sir, I don't wear masks, sir. Please.
I don't wear masks. I don't wear masks.
He needs.
Imagine you just like went to go pick up some soda and you had to deal with this shit. Like, I'm going out for milk, and then I ran into a mask protest, honey. Took me 3 hours to get some milk.
Mask. You guys are all gonna get sick. You're gonna get So you need to put your mask on. You're gonna get sick, sir.
True. Humans exist in 2021. Pretty good for proving vaccines work. True. Well, you know what I don't understand? The one I don't understand is the, oh, they can track you. It's a microchip. It's like, dude, you're on your phone right now. But anyway, like this went on for a while. And then this kid, I don't know what he did to this lady, but she was out for blood.
Why are you hitting a woman, man? What are you fucking?
They say he hit her, but we don't see it, of course, but it gets
She breathed out.
Hey, really?
Yeah, no, this guy hit a woman. Stop.
Hey,
He hit a woman.
He's wearing a Tesla hat, so you know he's a stock bro. So who knows what he did to start this, but she's definitely trying to finish it.
Yo, this guy hit a woman.
This guy hit a woman.
This guy hit a woman. Get the hell out of here. Call the cops. He just hit a woman. This guy hit a woman.
Guy's like, bro, security guy, 5'2", Would you please help me out? You guys on TikTok, YouTube, Twitch link in the bio.
Video. You hit a woman, bro. You're attacking me. How's he attacking you? You hit her. You hit her. You're attacking me. You hit her.
See it swinging.
You hit her. We have it on video. We hit her. Where's the cop?
Assault and battery. You're a fucking pussy.
You're a fucking pussy.
Oh shit, Biden pussy.
What are you wearing in there? If it works so well, right? Yeah, hey.
What these men
She's following the mob. Between the people and the people.
Oh!
Look at what she's doing. You're filming her, right?
He's fucking...
Oh, this coughing. Oh, he's a big one. This guy, the phone. He's a phone.
Hold on, your hand to moan.
I've seen you.
He's a fake. He's a mother. He assaulted me! He assaulted me! He hit me in the face!
You see her keep looking for the camera? Oh god, this is so bad. This is so cringe. What's her? Let's. Oh, hey Gavin Newsom, fuck you is what what her shirt says. The one guy called him a Biden pussy. I don't even know.
He hit me in the face! Someone hit him! What?
Oh man, and it continues. Don't think it's over yet. It's not over yet. Oh, shin kick.
Hey, come on.
Shin kick.
I'm gonna punch you in the face.
She's crafty. Gotta watch out. Gotta watch out for them shin kicks. What did it McGregor?
Right behind you. Thanks.
Someone call the police.
Look at the staff. She's like, man, I don't know what to do.
Get the police on me.
The poor fucking staff getting paid probably $9 an hour or something. Got to deal with these idiots who, one, don't think they should get paid, and then two, won't give them the common courtesy of just wearing a fucking mask, or maybe just not going in the store. God, poor fucking.
Somebody hit him!
Somebody
Somebody
hit
take
him.
care of him out there! Come on, Patriots!
I'm sorry about that.
Show 'em what's up!
Yeah, because when I think of Patriot, let me tell you what I think of. The lady in the fuck Gavin Newsom shirt. That's my idea of a. Yeah, good point there, Bigfoot. This curbside. This should be the commercial for curbside pickup currently. Oh, what the? Oh, okay. Oh, stop doing it. Okay, yeah, and
Your body.
continues.
Go to China. Go to China. This is America. You cannot tell us what to do. We don't live in China. We know that Ralph is following China. Chinese ruling because Ralph does business with China.
Come on, Patriot.
Gathering other people with their insanity! Get the fuck out of here!
Now you get the fuck out of here.
Karen?
You get the fuck out of here.
Oh, what? Did he say?
Hey, what's up, Karen?
You get the fuck out of here.
What's up, Karen?
Yeah. You want to wear.
Not only do I hate that these people took Patriot and just made it where, like, you know, if somebody says it, like, oh fuck, can't even have a conversation with this person anymore. If they say the word Patriot, you already know it's done. Or if they, like, if you're on like Tinder or something, they have Patriot in their bio. Nope, can't even do it. But not only did they take that word and destroy it, but they also destroyed Karen. This lady is not being a Karen by telling these people, hey, put on your mask. She's being what we call a decent human. Y'all would be the ones being the Karen, and then this goofy looking sumbitch comes over. Ha, what up, Karen? Oh, you're such a Karen. You care? Huh, stop caring, Karen. God. Fuck, man. But it's a mask. It's like 2 straps, and it hangs over your face, and you only have to wear it when you're out in public. And then you can bitch on the internet. And then these are the same, you know, anti-vax people that talk about microchips, and they're constantly just live streaming on YouTube that, like, knows, you know, your second cousin twice removed social security number.
Wear a mask. You want to get vaccine?
Fucking nut job.
Where is your fucking glove? gloves if you believe there's a virus? Where is your fucking gloves? You follow the rule completely. You follow the rule completely. Okay?
Why don't you get out? We have a right to be here too.
Yeah. With your body.
But wait, there's more.
This is our America. It's not your neighborhood.
Where you live?
It doesn't matter where I live. I'm a U.S. citizen. I'm a U.S. citizen. And I tested negative, so what are you worried about? What are you worried about? Mass Nazi? The Nazi here. You're a Nazi.
I'm a mass Nazi.
You started harassing these people. Nobody harassed you.
You're harassing us with your fucking germs.
We all tested negative. We're negative. So what's the problem?
And then they're at the mall in this one. Yes, but one thing I think about when I think about Nazis is people wearing a mask. That's why it won't go away easily. True. Yeah, no, this is gonna be the next big issue, is getting people vaccinated. And even after you're vaccinated, because of the way the vaccine works, you should wear a mask still. Like, it doesn't, you know what I mean? Like, it's still important to wear masks after you're vaccinated. You know, if you're going to be out in public, especially in the beginning, until we can, you know, develop herd immunity. Because what was basically what the way it was explained to me, or what I've seen, is that the vaccines basically they just kill the worst symptoms. So like you can still, you know, have it like in you, it just won't affect you, basically. Kind of the way it was broken down to me. People need hobbies. This is their hobby, though. That's the thing. That's the scariest part, is that this is their hobby. Like, Q research is their hobby. Call themselves pro-life, but can't even wear a mask. True, yes. The constant contradiction of being a conservative. Basically everything, you just contradict yourself at another point. Did you know that a city in Australia shut down just because of one COVID case? You need to learn from them. Well, you know, I mean, when you care about your citizens, actually. I mean, I don't, you know, I understand some of their arguments would make sense if they weren't such just ridiculously uninformed assholes in other ways. Like, yeah, small businesses are failing because of our government and not, you know, doing enough. But the answer is not just to open up and let everybody just wing it. The answer is to have the government help out those people. You should be pushing for, like us, you should be pushing for bailout, stimulus, you know, things to help the average person, not just open back up, fuck a mask, and just let everybody go to Applebee's. Like, you have correct criticisms on some points, but you have the completely wrong answers on just about everything, and you're also misinformed. And that's where the problem goes. And they try to fall back on that, though. Like, oh, you just want everybody to bend to your will, and you want you want everybody to stay home so you can keep collecting unemployment. Like, nobody wants that, dude. People would much rather have shit back to normal. We can go to the movies. We can go out to eat. We won't have to wear a mask. But, you know, we have to sacrifice for a little bit in order for the greater good. You know, it's like this thing. It's like what people in a society do, or should do anyway. But the moment it became partisan, you knew it was going to be a shit show. And that's what's wrong now, is it's such a partisan issue. Because of Trump made it partisan. It's going to be hard to get everybody on the same page. No more masks! No more masks! These fucking people, man. God, it's pissing me off so much. No more masks! 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 It might be last. Oh, there's a couple more. No more masks! No more masks! No more masks! think this is the last decent one.
I see you. Pull it up above your nose, pussy. You're not even wearing it right. You're not even wearing it right. You're not even wearing it right. Hey, he's not wearing it right. Get a picture. Let's call corporate. He's not wearing it right. He's not wearing it right. No, let's get his picture. Get his picture. He's not wearing it right. Look, neither is he. Look, he's got it below his belt. Let him mention it. Get it on film. Look, he's got it below his belt. The hypocrisy. I see you.
This person needs, I don't know. Can we deport this person? I don't care if he's just let's just deport him. I cannot imagine being a grown man walking through the mall, yelling at people without a mask. Yeah, hey, you're not wearing it right, man. You need to get out of here, man. Take a picture of him. Oh, look at the fucking doorknobs. Oh my god. Yes, more people are dead because of people like you. That's YMCA. I don't know why that poll keeps going in the chat, but you can vote on it. Alright, you get up. You get the idea. But, I mean, I don't know. I don't know how you guys feel about that shit, but it just drives me absolutely insane. Traitors wear red hats. Here an AK is based on, it's based on dates. What's based on dates? Oh, okay, I see what okay. But, yeah. Yeah, they're gonna be the first ones to go in a zombie apocalypse, because they'll be like, dude, zombies are fake news, bro. Okay, I don't care what the government told you. Okay, there's no zombies. Actually, you know what? They might actually believe that first, because they already believe in lizard people. It would depend on where it came from first. If you know, if Anderson Cooper is the one to break the news, they're probably not gonna believe it. But so yeah, from that we got a little and the YMCA about a charity that provides underprivileged. Yeah, that's a good point, sir. That is a good point. Yeah, aren't they supposed to be against stuff like the YMCA? It is my right to get eaten by a zombie, okay? Zombies are fake news, and even if they aren't, it is my right, okay, to allow this zombie to eat my brain. I've seen somebody use the, yeah, okay. Alright, but yeah, so there was a little bit of a video at the protest, one of the protesters at the COVID thing.
You know, the
and they had some interesting. See what their
flanked by
thought process
squad
is
car
here.
Following from behind.
Skip ahead a little bit here.
CDC guidelines, and they're like,
"Where's your mask?"
Doesn't work. Who do you believe? Fauci said it doesn't work. Keep going. Keep going. You don't even know what you're talking about. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Fauci
Oh Jesus.
Oh my God!
Outside of being batshit insane, these are like your normal, like everyday people. They're just really misinformed and terrible people. Besides that, they're normal though. But they're just, you know. Oh look! Oh, another like they're in like a fucking book club or something. You know. Oh, it's good to see you again. Oh, nice sign you got there. Oh, you went with bubble letters this time.
You're driving around with wrong information. Then trying to report somebody, and look at you. You're all over the place. Pay attention to your own life. That's what it looks like when you don't. That's what it looks like when you don't. When you worry about other people's shit.
How are you?
Maybe you know how to drive.
Oh, I only
Got on bell bottom.
It's like a 2-page thing.
Oh, I see. Gotcha. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Read some of the comments. He died and his sheep says he's family. What? He died in his... Oh, he died in his sleep. I thought it said sheep. COVID car accidents kill people every day. Nothing too bad. They get in an argument at some point here. Oh, this guy, yeah.
But is that potentially to a...
Pretty sure that guy's a doctor that he's talking to.
Interesting. He's not with the group, but
Many nurses have come out saying that people with non-COVID related issues, they're being counted as COVID patients.
Frankenstein was a
Yes,
scientist. That's
yes, they're lying.
You're getting money for it. Your hospital's getting money for it. The mainstream media covers it up.
Hospitals get money for everything.
We're gonna head up the hill to check out this Subaru. Kind of cool the way they did it. It's a good looking Subi. It's got the...
This guy's talking about the SUV.
Why don't you come over here and talk to us? Have dialogue. If you care,
They start ranging up here in a second.
so much about it, come talk to us. No, Fauci said the mask don't work, so what are you doing anyway? He said it.
Fauci did not say masks don't work.
So then what's the mask for is what I'm asking. If he said it himself, what's the mask for? Of what? But you know this as if my mom was a master's nurse, you know this as a health official. That doesn't work. You know that.
The fact that that's even a thing, a maskless nurse, is just scary.
So out of that, this is not respect for anybody else because you're healthy. Out of respect means you want to have humans breathe oxygen, right? Right? Oh, it doesn't? So if oxygen get in and the droplets are smaller than oxygen, then how can it not get in?
It's the fact that it blocks most of them. It blocks most of the droplets. Not masks aren't 100% effective, no, but they're like 99.9 or something, 98 point whatever.
So, but no, these masks right here, what you just described, that's not these masks, right? So, no, I'm good. Get exercise.
I love that the random passersby are like, "You guys are fucking stupid. Stop. I don't care about your sign." That's my favorite part of this video.
Yes, but things can come in on you. But and that's your right. But what are you telling us to do it for? I'm healthy. Asymptomatic doesn't pass. So
yeah, he's right next to me.
It's been reported a long time ago. That's been reported a long time ago by the CDC themselves. So what are you talking about?
That's not true. You can pass it if you're asymptomatic. That's not true. Well, obviously, it's what am I talking about? Of course, he's fucking wrong.
What am I misinforming them about? Is that asymptomatic?
Everything.
Don't pass it? Or that the Fauci said the masks don't work?
Because you're talking about 25 different points.
Hold on.
You're saying a whole bunch of different things. Right?
Okay.
Because your strategy right now is just saying 25 different
So tell me then what
Stop
am I doing?
interrupting me,
Okay,
first of all.
I've heard your point, so I'm asking you
No,
now. Tell me
did
your
not
point.
hear my point because I'm still fucking talking.
Okay.
Oh shit, he's getting salty.
Hold on.
No, sorry.
Because you're just spitting out a whole bunch of random talking points and not giving anyone an opportunity.
Okay, I
So
thought I did with her.
you're talking about oxygen on masks, you're talking about how constant ICUs are empty, you're talking about how vaccines change DNA.
I didn't say that.
There's a whole bunch of people who are surrounding people that obviously outdoors, right? So we can't address anything unless we're going point by point. We can't just address point by point.
And we started with the ICUs because that's what she said. And that's why I came up with the comment. So that's when I asked, like, why is that ICU more...
I worked in an ICU. I worked in both work in hospitals. Both of our ICUs are full of COVID patients, right? With dozens and dozens of
No, it's fine. This area.
Probably was in Providence.
Maybe that's not enough data points for you. That's fine.
No, that's fine. My thing is, when I have 4 hospitals in the Compton area, why does that not count when yours do?
Because not every hospital is going to be full.
Of course,
every hospital is full.
That's my point.
As background, what do you do?
Me? I'm entertainment. Yeah.
Isn't that just the crux of everything? We got the fucking conservative entertainer guy. I'm positive this guy's on Facebook spreading or TikTok spreading misinformation or something. We got the conservative entertainer guy and the doctor, and arguing over if COVID is a fake hoax and if masks work. Like that's just the two sides of this debate, and that pretty much sums it up. I like this guy's name, by the way. I believe, yeah. What is it? What you see is what you get. Clearly a play on QAnon, right? WYSIWYGTV.
You can laugh all you want, but I can read. Can you? Yeah.
Well, that's an offensive comment, right? Like,
I don't care, though. That's the thing. I don't care. You want to know why I don't care? You know why I don't care? Because most of my friends and many people that I know that own restaurants have been shut down and lost their livelihood over something that is 99.9%. That is a truth.
See, and that's what they always go back to. They always go back to people have lost their jobs and businesses are going out of, small businesses are going under. Like, dude, that has nothing to do with the fact that you are spreading misinformation.
The economic thing is
and that
very
is true.
That's very
and so the fact that we're out here fighting in this way, and when someone goes to ICUs are full, that is just like you say with the misinformation here. Then you should all shut up and stop even thinking about anything else. And I go, wait a minute, no. Just you said point to point. My other point is that if yours are full and that's empty, there's got to be a middle ground. We're not even playing in that right now because my ICUs are full. That's it. Wear a mask. That's it. That's my only.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
my point here.
that's
so
it.
Like, we
yes.
gotta have both ways. It can't just be like it's all or nothing for something that is only 99%. Like,
what does he want the middle ground to be? Half a mask? Let's wear half a mask. I don't what is the middle ground? You just wear a mask when you go out and go to places. Like what let's compromise. Half mask. Only over your nose. Sometimes your mouth.
But it's not just economy. People are dying because of it. That's the thing that's missing. And they're not just dying because of COVID. They're dying because they're going into poverty. That is
3 to 5 times a week, Amazon will text the workers saying that someone in the building caught COVID, but they never tell us exactly who it was, so we can't really isolate if we were working close to them. Wow, man, dude, Amazon. You work for Amazon. I'm guessing that the whole way Amazon has handled this pandemic has been absolutely appalling. They tried to go after the guy who wanted to unionize. That was before this. And then the people that, pushed back on the whole COVID, the way they were handling it, they hired Pinkerton detectives to like watch them and make sure they weren't like trying to form a union or anything. I think I talked about it in a video, maybe on stream one time. But yeah, Amazon is just corporate corruption at its finest, especially in this situation. They don't give a motherfuck.
It's a truth. That is a real truth. People can't feed their families, so that is a real truth that no one talks about since that CNN puts the death ticker on. And it's like, again, when you start out with my ICU is full, that means all those other...
Because it's important, shithead. Because people like you don't want to wear masks, so people need to know what the reality of the situation is.
Other things don't matter either, and we can't talk about it.
Like I said, both things. The government has absolutely failed.
Yes.
$600 9 months ago.
Oh, that shit is sorry.
We haven't gotten $2,000 stimulus. I'm absolutely with you. Right? The people I voted for in the election, I believe support that. I hope that comes about. I've made calls to my congresspeople, my senators to push for financial relief for everybody.
How do I remember?
Absolutely right. Absolutely right. All of this stuff, economic effects, any of it, is going to bring forward.
Well, the life effects, though, but that's not just economic. It's also economic and the life is mixed, right? Because the difference that I feel like a lot of people do this, as an entertainer, I'm my own business. You guys went to school.
See, and I feel like after he realized he was up against it with his bullshit talking points, he immediately backed up, went to the small business thing, and now he's talking about like personal stories. You know what I mean? Like they can never hold up with any of this shit past like 1 or 2 questions. And once he found out this guy was educated, he immediately bounced off that, and they pretty much just kind of hash it out after that, from what I watched earlier. And then we get some Q reference here, like the 1 hour mark. This is after. So see, they shut it down.
Where are all these people coming down from?
Or see, they shut the gate. That's what's going on there. Where's that lady at? There she is.
Wait, did they actually make it so you can't say that anymore? You get in trouble or something?
On federal property. That was the executive order that Joe signed yesterday or the day before.
Who? Oh, Joe.
Joe. Big
Fucking
guy.
Fool.
Big guy.
Sleepy Joe.
Shannon, I don't know what you said, but YouTube restricted your message.
What do you think about all the executive orders?
I'm so confused because they're not on the website, right? They took down that, they dismantled that part of the whitehouse.gov website.
Is it back up, Angie? It's back up.
And what's on it?
Are the executive orders actually posted, Angie?
This lady should be like the poster child. Like anytime I argue with somebody on TikTok, this is exactly what I picture. Like this is the female version that I picture.
Angie's like Charlie. Charlie.
She is. Angie's Charlie. She actually prefers being called. What did you ask me for the other day, Ange? Alfred.
Alfred.
She's Alfred.
Funny.
She didn't want to be Robin because she wants to wear a cape, but I think Robin wore a cape too. So
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody
might not
cares.
have been as big as Batman's,
Gets the good stuff.
He still got shit done.
Oh, there's the helicopter. That means the SWAT team's
They're coming for you.
Maybe no. Sheriff. No, it's sheriff.
Lizard people coming in.
That's sheriff. Yeah. LA County Sheriff helicopter.
So, okay, about the executive orders.
Right.
My question about it is like, I mean, some people are saying that they're not actually real. He's not signing anything.
Right.
Or
She's talking about Biden, by the way. Just shows you how it all lumps in together. Like these people aren't just anti-vax. She's talking about Biden executive orders being fake.
whatever it is, but they're actually, I heard that unless these are like little videos people are putting out, but like I saw a woman crying about like supposedly the insulin for her 8-year-old was $1,000. Did you hear about that one?
Well, he reversed the order.
Antifa copters.
I'm sorry. What it was Trump basically imposed sanctions on, and sanctions aren't the right word, but he said that any third party.
He lifted the gag order or something.
Well, he said that if you don't extend
the deal that he created.
No, it's it's that these clinics were marking up the price of insulin.
He's talking about Trump's empty executive order on insulin, which did nothing. It could have possibly done something in the future, but as of now, it hadn't marked down any prices. And Biden froze it. Like it's a horseshit. It's Keystone Pipeline level bad talking point. And of course, they are getting it completely wrong.
And they were funded by the government. And he said, if you don't extend the discounts that you get on these drugs to the patients, then you'll lose your federal funding.
Yeah.
Biden went in office and within 2 days reversed that. So now insulin is back to where it was, allowing the hospitals that were distributing the medications to their clients to charge them whatever they were before.
And also the opiate situation.
Yeah.
Like, guys, ask yourself.
Right.
anyone listening, like, does this make sense? Is this for America? Like, how is this not? How is this making sense?
No,
to
it was
anyone?
just because it was Don that did it. And
personally, I feel like the lady talking about Biden writing fake executive orders at a COVID is fake rally maybe shouldn't be telling people to step back and ask, is this right for America? Like, is this what's really going on? I feel like maybe you might want to do that yourself first. Like, regroup maybe. I don't know. Just a thought.
And he has to reverse everything Don did, whether it was good for America or not.
No, I mean, like, that's not how it should
Well,
work. This is so
when we
messed
hate
up.
Don so much, we sort of undo and
But then
take everything away.
You hate America more.
Right. You hate America more. It's clear.
America.
So, I think people are starting to see that and definitely feeling some buyer's remorse.
I hope so. And you know what? You had to.
Any of you guys feeling buyer's remorse on voting for Biden? I'm not. I don't know. There's like 50 or 60 of you. Anybody feeling buyer's remorse? One in the chat if you're not feeling buyer's remorse on Biden.
Ruin America to feel.
Yeah.
You were going to be right in this, and now you're wrong in this, and you're ruining America. I really hope something happens, though. I'm still like holding out, but I'm very skeptical that anything's going to happen that's positive. I'm really hoping for their bookies are supposedly not paying out in Vegas till the 4th of March. Have you heard that? Yeah, I heard that. And they might know something. So, I'm hoping this whole defunct corporation thing is real, and the Insurrection Act is in place, and the military is in control. I want to believe that, but I've literally been in mourning for the past 10 days. This is the first time I put on jeans. I've literally just been
bell
wearing
bottoms.
And bell bottoming. But yeah, I've literally I've been in sweatpants, black sweatshirt because I'm in mourning.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think a lot of us have been
I'm
in
seeing
mourning.
a lot of ones. You see how she just went down the whole spiel? I really hope that this country's a corporation and I hadn't heard that one yet. The bookies aren't paying out on these Trump bets till the 4th of March. Seems sus to me. I don't know about that. Maybe they realized they could get a little more dead money if they did that. I don't know. Can you still bet on if Trump is going to be the president? Because I'm going all in on that one. I'm going all in on if Trump is going to be president or not. Yeah, I don't know if that one's true, which naturally, fake news, but yeah, as you can see how it all, it's all the same. It's literally every single thing we've been talking about on here. A corporation, fake executive orders, all the other nonsense. 10 days of darkness. So she's full QAnon. Clearly. And that's just what these people are now.
Scared for America, yes.
And that's what's it's scary because before all these, you had your different little conspiracies, but this has taken it and kind of focused them all into this one large clan. And now they have, instead of just, oh, my kid died, or my kid had some kind of thing happen to him and I blame vaccines, so now I fight against vaccines. Now it's been morphed into, this happened to me, I don't believe in vaccines, and now I believe that a giant cabal of pedophiles is actually running the world. That has a much greater tendency of being completely radicalized, gun in the street type shit.
This is my 10 days of darkness.
Yeah.
What is my real name? Tim.
Wall Street thing.
I don't know, but I'm starting to get on it. I'm mad that I wasn't making money yesterday.
I'm like, I don't
Or
know
Timothy,
how that didn't
but
show up
Tim-
in my
Tim's- Tim
feeds.
works.
I clearly wasn't in the know. I wish I was, but
I'm gonna be bigger on Reddit now.
yeah. Well, it was also Discord, which.
It's funny because then they end up talking about the whole Wall Street bets thing, which really shows that is the one story that has transcended all parts. There's somebody posted on Wall Street Bets. They're like, we don't give a fuck about your politics. We don't care if you're liberal, libertarian, conservative. They're like, fuck it. We don't even care if you believe in QAnon. We just want you to buy GameStop stock and make fucking tendies, which is money it was pretty funny. And then pretty much winded down from there. Good old USA hat. And there's one other
take and show this video
part.
to Tucker of how it. Yeah. All right. Well, that won't scare.
Yeah, no problem.
I know. It's not that scary.
Yeah, they're saying Trump will be back in office on March 4th.
Thanks, Jeff.
That's the conclusion of that the country as a corporation story they fucking whipped up. Right here.
Why are you giving me the finger?
Enjoy it.
But probably it's because she knew that she was on camera and
it's right before this.
The traffic jam that's going on. We should get a traffic coordinator down there. Help that out.
A weakened form of a virus. This is synthetic mRNA designed to splice your DNA and change you forever. You are going to be
they were taking a break. That's
property of Big Pharma the minute that needle enters your body. That should scare you to death because you're going to die if you go and get this. I can't hear you. Take your mask off and talk like a human being. No, I seriously can't understand a word you're saying. Oh, I understand that because you're a classy woman.
I don't know why she's giving me the finger. What did I do?
Classy.
Again, I'm always just sort of appalled. Like, I'm not the guy with the microphone. Why are you giving me the finger? But probably it's because she knew that she was on camera and. That's our friend. I don't know what a CX2 is. I might have legally saying that.
Well, they can legally say it because, you know.
See what this guy has to say by himself. Like I said, I just kind of skimmed through it earlier. So get some gills from the new DNA.
I wonder if his
yeah.
death was marked as a
I'll take some new.
death,
That's how they make mutants and shit, right?
I don't know what they
new
put
DNA.
On, most of them have been.
I like tendies. I like tendies too.
Every death is a COVID death,
well,
right? But
they even said that there's a. I want to say it was in Australia. They say they're marking everything COVID, but that is per the. Basically, they're following the CDC guidelines, and they're seeing people dying of heart attacks as COVID death, people dying of.
I don't know how that. Well, I mean, I know how because they just make shit up. But how they think? Oh, this guy got shot to death, and the COVID was apparently in the bullets because they called it a COVID death. Like, this is just not happening. You can clearly line up just the data on deaths, just overall deaths. And you can see a giant spike in this year or last year and this year to any other year. And it's just about because that number for the last 10 years at least has been pretty consistent. You know, the number of deaths we have. And then for some reason, can't imagine why, we had a giant like 400,000 death spike up last year and this year. Can anybody explain? Well, I wonder what that could be. I wonder what the reason is. It's like you put this data like right in their face and they're like, nope, COVID. Nope. They're just saying everything's COVID, not actually killing people.
Like car crash. I know. For example, a doctor friend of mine.
Oh yeah.
They lost a person.
These fucking people and their anecdotes, man. I swear.
Who needed like a bypass, but because of the new COVID precautions, they couldn't get to the surgery in time. He just died.
Yeah.
And it's like. That, what do we?
I heard of a guy who was skydiving and had a heart attack halfway through. But they found that it was actually really COVID.
Well, when they
discovered later, they used their absolutely.
They all know a guy who knew a guy who knew a guy who knew a fish.
Proof test and discovered it wasn't really a heart attack. It was actually COVID that he died.
Well, they say as long as it's in the system, then they can mark it as COVID.
If COVID's in your system.
Yeah. As long as it's in the system, that's all they
And
need.
I can understand, I guess, legally saying that.
Well, they can legally say it because,
Where's your mask?
Said it doesn't work. Who do you believe? Fauci said it doesn't work. Keep going. Keep going. You don't even know what you're talking about.
Oh, God. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Actually, yeah, hold on real quick. Well, actually, let's get off this. But yeah, that was the COVID rally. We'll do a little Marjorie Taylor Greene, but before that, I need to Mumbles, you mind being a mod in the on Twitch? I need to make a mod. I haven't made a mod on here. Alaska, can I make you a mod in on YouTube? Let me know. Let me get a 1 in the chat if you guys are okay with being mod. Be a mod. Okay, dope. I'm gonna make you a mod. I believe you do it like this. Mod. Yeah, I mean you're always here, so. Or most of the time, anyway. God damn it. Hold on, guys. I think I gotta add something. I'll do it later. I know how to do it on YouTube. YouTube makes it easy. All you gotta do is put on your... I don't want to... Motherfucker. Why is it so complicated? Where's your name? There you are. Okay, well, I'm dumb. Okay, I don't know how to do it, apparently. You used to be able just to click on the name, and it would make you a mod. No, I don't want to put him in timeout. Yeah, Sasha, I'll make you a mod too, because you are always here. Alright, I'll do it afterwards. But yeah, there's some bots in the chat. Let me try one other thing. Dude, class, talk amongst yourselves. Okay, well. Anywho. So we'll get back to that. Oh. You used to be able just to click on the name and then you could mod somebody, but apparently it doesn't work like that anymore. So I mean, and then on Twitch you gotta put like, I don't know if it's like an exclamation point or something, and then put mod and then put the name of the user. But I tried that and I don't think it worked. So I'll do it once we're offline. But yeah, okay. You guys are the mod now, or will be. I'll make it happen afterward. But all right, now let's get back to whatever the fuck it was we were doing. So, we'll get our daily Marjorie Taylor Greene crazy. What else was there I was going to talk about? Had that. Oh, we got some juicy parlor and some Reddit takes, but This is Marjorie Taylor Greene talking about how we need to basically, holy shit, this is Greene talking about on 1/23/20, so this is like recently, protests that she helped organize and her want to have the crowd invade the Capitol. Okay.
In Washington, D.C. on February 23rd and protest and march with me at 8 a.m. Really? Please, I'm begging you. If we...
So this is like during this is like right before the primary kind of deal. Not right before, but before she got elected, basically.
Okay, if we have a sea of people, if we shut down the streets, if we shut down everything, if we flood the Capitol building, flood all the government buildings, go inside. These are public buildings. We own them. We own these buildings. Do you understand that? We own the buildings and we pay all the people that work in the buildings. You know what? February 23rd may be kind of cold. We're going to go inside. We're going to be warm. And then we're going to demand that our federal government serve we the people, because we're sick and tired of their ways. We're sick and tired of the corruption. See, here's the issue. Here's the issue, America. They think that we're stupid, and they treat us like we're stupid.
Yes. Well, you especially. I don't think everyone's stupid. I think they're very misinformed. I think you're stupid. I think you're very stupid. And there's nothing worse, and you're also aggressive. And there's nothing worse in the world than a very aggressive, stupid person. And that, my friends, is Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Stupid. And we allow it. We allow it. Well, no more. We're not going to allow it anymore. We want solutions to the problems. We want to take care of America. America is first. Americans come first with America.
Can anybody tell me Marjorie Greene's policy stances? America first is not a policy. I don't. What's her plan for healthcare? Is it some kind of free market system? What are her plans exactly? How is she going to rebuild the economy? How does she feel about stimulus checks? I don't know anything about this woman, and I've researched her for months as far as policy-wise. I know all this dumb shit that she said, but I've never, even in her campaign videos, it's like, hey, Marjorie Taylor Greene here. I like guns. America. This ad has been paid for by Marjorie Taylor Greene. Like, these people talk about how they're for the people and this and that, and they never, ever have any policy to back that up.
Americans' taxpayer dollars. We're done. We're done. And we have a massive list of grievances, okay? We have a huge list of grievances. And that's why...
I feel like her list of grievances is very much different than mine, though.
On February 23rd in Washington, D.C., at 8 a.m., we're going to march and protest. Okay. And I am telling you to get your butt there. Okay. I'm begging all of you to be there.
Nope.
Be there. Let's make this huge.
Happened,
there's a lot of really, really great people organizing this. You don't even know.
Yeah. This is when she's full QAnon, by the way. So she probably thinks that Q is organizing it or something. But yeah, so this is, I don't know, 2-3 months before she got 3 months. Well, yeah. 3/4 months before she won her primary. And, don't tell me she's gotten less crazy since then. She's talking about, storming the Capitol building last year around this time. And then a year right after she gets in Congress, people storm the Capitol building, who seems some of them had inside help. I don't know, it seems pretty odd. I know what I was going to talk about next. This guy made a site for Lauren Bobert, and it is pretty hilarious. And I found out some things about Lauren Bobert that he did not know. So we'll go over that. I almost completely forgot about that. But yeah, so I mean, it's, and this is just another day that stuff has come out about Marjorie Taylor Greene, and the GOP has absolutely nothing to say about it. Yeah, exactly, Alaska. She's at the top of my list for grievances. But yeah, real quick before we move on, if you guys could like the stream, I'd really, really appreciate it. Also, if you enjoy my live streams, follow me on Twitch because I'm eventually going to be moving over there. If you want to support me, you can subscribe on Twitch. If you have a Amazon Prime, you get 1 free Twitch subscription, so you can do it that way. And all my socials are in the description. If you want to follow me on anything else, Twitter, TikTok. I don't really post on Instagram, but I do have one. So yeah, all that jazz. And I really, really appreciate every single one of you that wants to hang out and talk about the world ending with me. But yeah, so this guy in Lauren Bobert's district or whatever, or not his, well, I think he's like a local media guy. He made a website dedicated to just calling out her batshittery. This is Lauren Bobert, QAnon sympathizer, or racist QAnon sympathizer. I'm sorry. Okay. Well, yeah, it just talks about, you know, that stuff. Sycophant websites. This is all the stuff she's been on, other people. And then where's yeah. Got some videos of her. And he's apparently this guy's making a bunch of them. But this is it says Lauren's mom hates Mexicans, but is this her mom? Man, the lady doesn't look too old. Unless, I mean, I don't think this is her mom. I'm assuming that's who this lady is. But anyway, it's quite an interesting video. Sean Bentes is a weird name for a lady.
I hate when I pull up to a red light or even a gas station.
Okay.
And you're sitting there.
Yeah.
And you're listening to a nice country song. Well, I don't know if we're allowed to. Are we allowed to say Mexican? Mm-hmm. Is that?
Can we say Mexican?
It's politically correct. Okay, Mexican.
Brown people. Democrats give sanctuary to rapists and murderers who come here.
She's like a young Sarah Palin, but worse somehow, which is bad.
Illegally?
I hate it whenever they're like playing that.
Like it says her mom, but how is that her mom? That's not her. There's no way, right? Is it just me? How can that be your mom?
That hat music, you know, that da 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 da, and they.
That hat music. They believe it's called mariachi music or something to that effect. But what, you know, hat music. That's cool.
Blast it, right? Here he comes. He's got his little lowrider truck, and he's blaring the frickin' Mexican music.
Rapists and murderers who come here illegally?
The frickin' Mexican music.
I don't know what the other video is.
I don't think liberals thought this whole mask thing through. They forgot to consider us conservative 2A folks. Because you better believe I'm coming with my Springfield XDS.
Ladies and gentlemen, conservative policy. I can't believe these liberals made me wear a mask, so I also brought my gun. Let's vote for that. This lady won in Colorado. Isn't Colorado supposed to be a blue state? But anyway, the about gets a little more interesting. Found out some interesting things about Lauren's husband. Where's the blog part? I know, I think I went. Apparently she's been She shows up in a video. Makes me sick. Slightly older sister. That's what the video. I mean, yeah, that's what it said on the video. I didn't really look into it past that. Yeah, I didn't understand the logic either, Shannon. It's like, guess what? I have a mask, but now, like, it didn't even connect why the gun came into it. I have to wear this mask now. So now I'm going to carry this gun, which I was already carrying because, you know, guns. And yes, I just felt like making this video. That probably got 100,000 likes. But anyway, let's see what this says. Hi, I'm Lauren Bobert. I'm a professional failure, legal stalker of Nancy Pelosi, wife of guy who exposed himself to a minor, QAnon believer, owner of restaurant that gives you diarrhea because we don't believe in health codes, and daughter of woman who was definitely at the Capitol riots, but in no way was she part of the actual riot because that would be wrong, and she's completely sane, so stop mentioning it. It must be on the blog part, all the others. But, yeah, you might as well start at the top. Okay. Shooter's Grill gives people the shitters. I don't know. This isn't the restaurant, right? Did he just put this in to make the joke? Surely this isn't what you sit on in her restaurant, right? Oh, God, that'd be bad. Anyway. Shooter's Grill story time 1. In 2017, the morning after the Garfield Rodeo, the county's public health office documented receiving calls from attendees who complained of food poisoning. Some reported severe symptoms. Hold on. They also reported bare hand contact with ready-to-eat foods, no hand washing station, and no barrier of protection for insects. A Bobert spokesperson told the Beast that the restaurant did not receive a fine or have any other type of disciplinary action. Staff was told several individuals who claimed to experience similar symptoms, but they said they did not consume food at the rodeo. The spokesperson said the health department report said 100% of those interviewed with diarrhea ate pork sliders. So, we might come back to the massive stories of diarrhea. Let's this I read this part last night. It was pretty fucking funny. I think it might be, I don't know, like he's making like a diarrhea joke. Did he just use that? You know what I mean? Like, did he just use that picture? But I almost feel like it might be. Okay. Actually, Lauren Bobert, Shooter's Restaurant. Now I gotta know. Not Lauren Bolger. Okay. Congresswoman Lauren Bobert, Shooter's Restaurant. Not. God, I would fucking never eat here. Yep. Okay. Well, okay. We got that answered. Damn, I was really hoping. Anyway, so Bobert's husband Jason also had brushes with law enforcement. In January 2004, he was arrested after allegedly exposing his penis to 2 women at a bowling alley, according to the arrest affidavits. One of the victims was a minor who was 16 years old. Lauren Bobert, then age 17, known as Lauren Opal Roberts. What a weird name. Was also there. Jason Bobert pled guilty to public indecency and lewd exposure, earning himself 4 days in jail and 2 years probation. According to the arresting affidavit, about 7 p.m. that evening, the young women were standing at the snack bar discussing their tattoos when Jason, standing several feet away, overheard the conversation and informed them that he had a tattoo on his genitals. The women turned their backs toward Jason to ignore him. But Jason then came up behind him, unzipped his pants, pulled his penis out, and displayed the shaft to them with his thumb, covering the head. The woman complained to the bowling alley owner, who asked Jason several times to leave the establishment. Jason refused and became belligerent, leading the owner to call law enforcement. According to the arrest report, the officer detected a small amount of alcohol on Jason, the smell of alcohol on Jason's breath, and Jason admitted he had been drinking. 2 females described the incident to Garfield County Sheriff's officers and signed witness statements leading to Jason's arrest. Jason told the officers that he had displayed his thumb, pretending it was his genitals, and a gesture of fun. According to the report, but one of the victims wrote in her statement, "I know that wasn't his thumb because thumbs aren't 6 inches long." Okay, fair point. In February 2004, he was booked on a domestic violence charge against Lauren Bobert. He did unlawfully strike, shove, or kick, and subjected her to physical contact. A spokesman for the Garfield Associated County Clerks told the Post that they had been dating at the time. Jason Bobert ultimately served 7 days in jail. The busts were first unearthed by Colorado blogger Annie Landman. Lauren Bobert took her revenge in May 2004 during the altercation with Jason at his home, in which she scratched his face and chest and trashed his residence. According to a police report, she was slapped with a 3rd-degree assault, criminal mischief. Damn, so she's a criminal herself. Criminal mischief and underage drinking charges. A rep for the Garfield County Combined Court instead they could not reveal any information about the case's final disposition. So yeah, that's how that went. No toilets. Yep, no toilet. Yeah, what a fucking weirdo, right? Is that not the weirdest thing? 4 days in jail. I mean, if it's only your first offense, you know, they don't. And you know, small town. If he had any amount of money whatsoever, but I mean, I grew up with some pretty wild and crazy guys and some pretty stupid people, but I mean, that's a whole nother level of just dumb. You just walk up to 2 girls randomly and they're like, "Hey, check out my tattoo." Like, oh man. And that was marriage material. Apparently this is the guy. Like, you know, I don't know. I don't want to judge, but he seems like a fucking doorknob. I don't know. Does that not just scream doorknob to you? I mean, seriously. Yeah. I mean, yeah, he's totally a perv. 100%. It is, I mean, it just makes sense that this is like your typical white trash, you know, white trash MAGA family right here, and somehow now she's in Congress because you don't have to have any political skill or anything at this point to be a conservative member of Congress. You just have to make videos where you wear a mask, but you also have a gun. Or you have to just say that Donald Trump is the greatest, or say that Ilhan Omar should go back to her country. You don't have to have any. You know, I'll say the same thing about Lauren as I did with Marjorie Taylor Greene. What's her policy plans? What is her stance on the issues? All I've seen from Lauren Bobert is a 2.5-minute commercial saying, "I will carry my gun because I like guns. I will carry my gun in Congress. I will carry my gun when I'm not in Congress. 'Cause guns." Like, how do we get here? That being said, I don't think she's quite as far off the ledge as Marjorie Taylor Greene. I believe Marjorie Taylor Greene needs to go. This one, we're just going to have to vote out. I mean, she hasn't called Parkland fake, which I guess is the bar now. I don't. Oh, God. I slowly, as like, I don't know, I've been streaming for, what is, like, maybe not even 2 months now. I feel like every stream, we just get that much closer to the edge. But there's more stories. Yeah, no, just say all the conservative talking points. It's like, I think I've gotten it to like 20, it's like 20 different buzz phrases. There's like 20 different phrases you gotta say, and you're a conservative talking head. And like 7 of them involve guns. If you just get those ones down, And if you want to go really crazy, you can get up to 25, and those are all the QAnon ones. Let's see what else we got here. Lauren assisted the January 6th riots. And we'll look at that one. Lauren's short-lived modeling career. Bobert failed to disclose fundraising ties to Senator Ted Cruz. Lauren's mom. Employee business owners and personal acquaintances from Rifle, Colorado. Anti-government sympathizer. Okay. See what we got here. Sounds like it could be Stary. Hubert. Yeah, no, she's definitely friends with she knew them 3%er guys. It doesn't. Oh, this is just everything I heard of Q. This is when she said Q was she hoped Q was real. Everything I heard of Q, I hope that this is real because it only means America is getting stronger and better, said Bobert, and people are returning to conservative values. Yes, guys, the conservative values of defeating the deep state cabal from hurting children to suck their blood or adrenochrome. You know, those good old conservative values. And that's what I am for. And that's what I'm for. Bobert added that the QAnon followers were only motivating and encouraging and bringing people together stronger. I mean, well, they are motivating and encouraging. I don't know about, well, they're bringing some people together. They're also tearing families apart. And if this is real, it could really be great for our country. She went on Patriot Soapbox to say that, I believe. That's the people that, like, they were like the original Q content creators. Tracy Beans, Paul Ferber, Coleman Rogers. They made a channel called Patriot Soapbox, and it eventually became like this 24-hour Q channel. You know, and then they did like interviews and stuff, and I'm pretty sure that's the channel she went on. It might have been the other one, but I'm pretty sure it was that one. Let's see. What about her not? Let's see what her criminal record is. In September 2010, Bobert was arrested after a neighbor, Michael Sowett, accused Bobert's 2 pit bulls of attacking Sowett's dog. Sowett's dog narrowly escaped injury after jumping into a van. The future legislator pled guilty on a single count of dog at large. I didn't know that was a crime. Dog at large. Paying a $75 fine. Back in June 2015, Bobert was cuffed for disorderly conduct at a country music festival. I mean, she's just checking all the boxes. Getting drunk and getting in a fight at a country music festival is like, that's like the Mecca, the white trash Mecca. I mean, you don't get no better. After police said she attempted to interfere in the arrest of hold on, I think it's part back into Grand Junction. After police said she attempted to interfere in the arrest of minors busted for underage drinking. She tried to stop the cops from arresting people? Yeah. Said she attempted to interfere in the arrest of minors busted for underage drinking and encouraged the accused to run off. Oh, man. Around 9 p.m. on June 20th, 2015, Mesa County Sheriff's Office deputies noticed that Bobert, then 28. So how old is she? So she's like 32? She's like my age. Was shouting at several people detained at the command post who'd been arrested on suspicion of underage drinking at the festival. According to 2 deputy statements, a sergeant had to physically push her backwards as Bobert ran into the command post. One deputy wrote she was yelling something to the effect of they didn't read your... She was yelling something to the effect of, they didn't read you your Miranda rights. They didn't read you your Mander rights. So that is an illegal detention. So she's like, she's one of those people. According to the statement, Bobert was trying to subject trying to get the subjects to leave the custody of law enforcement. Another deputy wrote, Lauren continued to yell and causing the underage drinkers to become unruly. So she incited a riot too. Okay. The first statement reported Lauren's behavior was becoming likely to cause a disorderly response from those in the area attending the concert. When Bobert didn't stop yelling, and after being asked multiple times by law enforcement, 2 deputies advised her that she was under arrest for disorderly conduct and handcuffed her, according to the statement. Now, just imagine if AOC did this. Lauren began yelling that we did not read her Miranda rights, and the arrest was illegal. The deputy said Lauren said multiple times that this was had friends that. It's hard to read this without laughing. Lauren said multiple times that she had friends at Fox News and that the arrest would be national news. The second deputy said that Bobert had recognized a friend who was under arrest at the underage drinking command post, suggesting that what had spurred her outburst, that the deputy said Bobert tried to walk away and avoid arrest and began to twist away when they attempted to handcuff her. Bobert at first refused to provide any identifying details, the deputy said, but reluctantly gave her name and personal information. When she was told she'd be taken to jail if she refused, Lauren then began stating again that it was an that they illegally arrested her, and that she was going to have Fox News and every reporter at the courthouse. The report said. What the fuck, man? As far as I know, I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't think Lauren Bobert doesn't have friends in high places as far as I know. I'm guessing she was just saying that. So she's like a sovereign citizen, stupid person. Like, oh no, this arrest ain't valid. Why did my live go out? What the fuck? It kicked me from TikTok live. Hold on. Give me a second. While you're there, you should follow me on Twitter. Yeah, but this one was just destined for glory. I bet you everybody in this town that isn't a cuckoo bird was like, you remember old little Lauren Opal Roberts? Yeah, she's a fucking congresswoman now. Unbelievable. I just knew that girl was going to end up working at Hooters. Forever. Not that there's anything wrong with working at Hooters. Okay. Anyway, okay. Yeah, if I knew anyone at Fox News, I wouldn't tell anybody either. For the court. Okay. Bobert was given a court summons and released, but later failed to appear for 2 separate hearings, so she ran, okay, in the case. Court records show. A year later, in September 2016, Bobert was charged with careless driving and operating an unsafe vehicle after rolling her truck into a ditch. Police said when she failed to show up for the court, a month later, a warrant was issued for her arrest. She was booked on February 13th, 2017. So this is pretty recent. February 13th, 2017. She's running from court appearances. She ultimately pleaded guilty to an unsafe vehicle charge and paid $123 in fines and court costs. The careless driving charge was dismissed. If you want to defund the police, start by behaving. Well, that's fucking rich, which is probably why he put it in there. So she's like a career stupid criminal. It's not even good crime. Like, she just gets arrested for really ridiculous shit and then claims like she's an important person. So she's like the worst kind of criminal. I have friends in high places. You don't know who my dad is. And now she's, now after her criminal past, now she's back the blue, all this. I bet she wasn't back in the blue when she was yelling at underage kids, run, they didn't read you your Miranda rights. That is a cheap fine. Yeah, you got a good point there. That is really cheap. I mean, maybe her friend at Fox News got it kicked down for her. Lauren Bobert's full rap sheet. Jesus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. She got 11 counts going all the way back to 2003. Wow. Again, I mean, I'm beating a dead horse here, but imagine if this was AOC or Ilhan Omar. Can you imagine the outrage about their criminal past? God, these people never fucking cease to amaze me. 11 counts. What a ridiculous human. But yeah, Texas mileage house. Lobert's mileage claims and verified campaign theft. Okay, so now she's stealing from her campaign. 21,000. So, amount of each disbursement this period, 21,000. Purposes, disbursement, miles. I don't really. Okay, let's see what we got here. How did Lauren's husband Jason qualify for a $555,000 home with no income? Oh, okay, I missed this part. Lauren Bobert for Congress, mileage reimbursement, 21,000, 7,000. Man, that's a lot of money. $21,000, $8,000 just for mileage reimbursement. How many miles are you driving? That's the form. Fuck, man. I was that when I was a truck driver, it'd take me half the year to get that kind of money for mileage. In her financial disclosures, Lauren claimed her business lost almost $250,000. Bullshit. She had $20,000 in government liens due to her failure to pay unemployment insurance. In the same year, 2018, she and her husband purchased a house for $555,000 and managed to afford private school tuition for their children. Okay. So she's a thief on top of it. I mean, I'm sure there's more to it. That seems pretty shady up front. All right, we'll go over one more. Let's see what Lauren's mom's up to. I guess that was her mom. Some bitch. She looks older there, though. That other video must have been older. I think that's the one we already watched, right? Yeah, that's the one we already watched. Oh, God. Do we even do it?
Hey, all you big cats and kittens. This is the Easter Bunny here. Just letting you know Easter's canceled this year. I have the coronavirus.
Jesus.
So, don't be upset with Mommy and Daddy. Easter Bunny will either die or I'll recover. We won't know until next year. Until then, happy trails.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So I mean, he did a pretty good job, though, right? I mean, that was a lot of shit I didn't know. I mean, and I pay pretty close attention, and I've done, you know, a little bit of research on Lauren Bobert, but I just knew the basic stuff. I didn't know any of this. So apparently, this guy's making more sites. He's gonna make one for Marjorie Taylor Greene, and he's gonna make a couple others, I think, if you want to donate to him or something. Considering a contribution for upcoming Marjorie Taylor Greene, Ted Cruz, and Josh Hawley websites. So, yeah, Lauren Bobert, racist QAnon sympathizer. If you want to go to the site, I might put it in the description after I upload the video afterwards. But one other thing, real quick. Nah, you know what? Switch the. Bam. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I was pretty happy with that website. So yeah, what else we got here? Any questions, comments, concerns? Too bad she didn't know. I read all that. I read all that on Reddit. Well, excuse me, sir. Sorry. I don't know your Reddit habits. Didn't know you read it all already. I thought it was pretty interesting. I mean, I didn't know. I mean, I guess I knew, like, I knew she had been, like, I knew she had been to jail and stuff. But I guess I didn't know the whole story behind it. I've been having so much fun watching MAGA Coat videos recently. Yeah, MAGA Coat videos never get old. Well, they never run out of new lines. You know what I mean? Like, there's always a different angle they have to go with it. I thought that site was rather fair to her. Yeah. Oh. I mean, that's just her past. She's apparently a lifelong criminal who steals from her campaign. But, you know, AOC bad because she wants to give health care. You know, just how they roll. Mm-hmm. What up, Michael? How we doing? How we doing? There are a couple of growth. Oh, somebody fought. Sometimes the thing. Oh, I know there was one other story that happened today. I wanted to go over. We'll go over that real quick before we go to the. So Trump's entire legal team apparently quit on him. I'll just go give a little rundown here. So I don't know if he's going to represent himself because the trial starts basically next week. All 5 of the impeachment lawyers who were expected to represent former President Donald Trump have called it quits. Sources told ABC News the team led by South Carolina lawyer Butch Bowers resigned in part because of the disagreements over how to mount Trump's defense. The sources said that the lawyers had planned to argue the constitutionality of holding a trial, given Trump is now a former president. The disagreement over strategy varied, sources told ABC News, but Trump wanted his team to argue there was election fraud, while the lawyers and some top advisors to the former president wanted to focus to remain on the constitutionality of a trial while the president is no longer in office. But what this story told me is that he very much believes the whole stop the steal narrative. Because of all the things that I think Trump cares about, I know he does not want to be impeached. Because that would, you know, first it would screw up his grift for the next 4 years. And then on top of that, he's big on the legacy thing. He actually really cares about his legacy and how he will be perceived. So to not go with the most solid of defenses and throw his whole legal team into a whack a week before means that he really, I mean, I think it means he really does believe this and he's not just doing it as a grift, because I think he would go with a different tact if he didn't believe it. Maybe he would, want him to throw it in there or, bring up certain arguments. But I don't think if you're willing to fire your entire legal team because they won't go with stop the steal argument, probably means you buy into it yourself. Yeah, I mean, that's at least my rating of the story. I also think it's hilarious that even people like Jay Sekulow and Rudy apparently is not going to be there either. So it seems like everybody's really just jumping ship. Jason Miller is still there because he's the one that made the statement to him. Yeah, I don't think he'll be convicted either. I don't see 17 Republicans is what it would take. But yeah, so, but the entire legal team, I mean, I know it was some big law firm, and he had like 5 or 6 lawyers, and they all just said, nope, we're not doing that. Peace. All Trump had to do was stay quiet, and chances are the Republicans wouldn't convict him. Yeah, well, I mean, he hasn't been too quiet. I guess it really hasn't been quiet at all. Or he just refuses to let his supporters know that it's all BS. Yeah, well, I mean, I think at this point, he can do no wrong. So I think even if he, I think he could play that angle if that was the case. Like, if he didn't go with that defense, I think he would be able to spin it like, oh, well, it's just because of the trial, guys, like, we have to do this because I just don't want to get impeached. Like, they're buying anything he's selling at this point. I mean, when they think you're the Messiah, that's how they roll. But I do have one pretty good announcement. I talked to I know a lot. I'm sure some of you guys listen to the QAnon Anonymous podcast. I talked to Travis View, who goes on that, and I am going to be having him on the stream at some point to, I don't know, talk about whatever. Oh, look at but yeah, I'm going to be having Travis on the stream at some point to I don't know, chop it up, talk about crazy QAnon stuff. Maybe if they made it a secret vote. I still don't even think then, because it eventually would come out. I just don't see. I think you might get. Well, and the thing about it is, if it's not close, you're gonna get less. Like if it was asking what his real name is. Well, you can't do that, man. You got to keep the the secrecy going. But yeah, I think if more people were willing to do it, you would get more. But I think because they already know it's dead in the water, I think you'll get less. I think you'll get Collins, Murkowski, Mitt Romney. Who else? Collins, Murkowski, Romney. Damn, I don't really. What's the one guy's name? Rob Portman. He's leaving, so I think he'll be in there. I think we'll end up with like five, maybe 6 senators, and that would be about it. So basically, it's all just a giant waste of time again. But it'll be the most bipartisan, impeachment ever. They just want to forget this ever happened and have little. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they want it they don't want this stain on the Republican Party. Now they have all these criminals. They have criminals and a bunch of know-nothings in there now. Before they just had a bunch of corrupt assholes, but now they're like as sad as it is, we're gonna be like longing for the days of Lindsey Graham. Like, oh, you guys remember when Lindsey Graham was in the Republican Party? Things were so much easier. Now we have Mecca Sarah Palin running for president, and she thinks that Jews are tunneling holes, and that's what is causing global warming. I don't know. Who know? How much crazier can it get before we're there? I mean, really. It's not just Republicans waste time, but then on top of that, they're just bad for the country at this point. I don't know why that poll keeps going. Anybody got anything they can think of talk about? Oh, I signed up. I bought a TV package because apparently that a lot of the people I follow on QAnon Twitter are upset with the way that Vice documentary ended. So now I want to watch it because apparently they gave too much leeway to the grift. So tomorrow night we'll check out parts 2 and 3 of that because I just went ahead and got the TV package that will allow me to watch it because now I have to watch it now that everybody apparently hates it. I mean, we only watched part 1, and I guess you could say, like, it didn't like do as much fact checking, which I don't think was the goal of it, really. But according to everybody that I follow on Twitter, whose opinion I respect about Q, it kind of went in a weird direction. So I don't know. So we'll check that out tomorrow night. Maybe around the same time, same station. You watched it? What'd you think of it? Dancing with Doge? Oh, okay. So is that Doge King, I'm assuming? He switched over to Twitch. Whatever happened, I am sure opinions will be had about it, as for sure. Faux show. Rep adding Kissinger? Whatever the fuck. Kissinger. Family disowned him for voting against Trump? Really? Jesus. He's the guy that went on, I watched his interview, or some of it anyway. I watched his interview. He was the only one I seen that actually said Marjorie Taylor Greene needs to go. No? Oh. Different Doge. People with the Doge in their name seem to like my content. But I guess I don't know. I watched it, learned some new stuff, but it seemed a bit okay. Their main complaint seemed to be that it kind of gave too much leeway to the grifters, which is kind of, is a lot of the people's biggest issue, and it is kind of the reason we're in this position, because the people give too much leeway to the fantasy and don't knock it down, which I kind of got that feeling that it might be going in that direction, just based off the way part 1 was, because like they kind of just let these ideas sit out there, like, oh well, maybe QAnon is a Washington insider, instead of just completely dismissing that right off the bat, because clearly it's not. You know what I mean? It wasn't as in depth as I thought it would be. Yeah, usually I don't know. Vice has a couple pretty decent series. I usually like the way they film their stuff. But yeah, we made it to what, part 1, which part 1 was just kind of like an explainer of like, this is what encompasses QAnon, and then we made it to like 10 minutes into part 2, I think. So, but then yeah, like I think yesterday or today, I kept seeing everybody's like, oh, this is fucking stupid. Anyone see Dogecoin go up like 6 or 7 cents the other day? Yeah, that was the TikTok meme going around, was, oh, everybody buy Doge. It did shoot way up though. It went up to like, I think it was almost up to 70 cents, or was it 7 cents? It was 7 something. I know it like went up by like 500% in a couple hours. Biden invited the GOP senators to the White House for relief talk. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that bullshit package they put out. It was like, what, 700 billion? I didn't read the whole thing, but it seemed pretty slim. I don't know why Biden is caving on this. This is the one issue where you completely have all the leverage. Like, this issue is going to set the course for your entire presidency. Don't start bending already. Like, if you go out and put a good package together and put it out on the floor and say it has your full support, Republicans almost have to vote for it. Like, you will you will win the midterms if you put a $2,000 check stimulus package out on the floor for a vote and Republicans don't vote for it. If they don't vote for it, that right there will win you the midterms. I don't know why they don't make these people stand behind this shit more often. There should be no negotiation here. You don't want to vote for it? Don't vote for it then. And then if you won't vote for it, then maybe we'll talk. But you're gonna make the American people see what it is you are not voting for. You didn't delete any of those Q segments, right? Yeah. No, I don't think so. You mean on like my YouTube channel? Why is it only showing me? They said something about extending unemployment benefits, but I couldn't find any dates on that. Yeah, I don't even think there was a stimulus check, or it wasn't as big. They're idiot. I saw you said something, you deleted something one time. I deleted, well, I deleted one video that was kind of not relevant. Just a video I made a while back, but it wasn't like any of my fact-checking videos. The videos that got kicked off of YouTube, I put over on Twitch. So like the two parts of my Fall of the Cabal series that got kicked off YouTube, they're on Twitch now. So it's not even $2 billion. It was like a $700 billion package. His dream of bipartisanship is dead in the water. Yeah, no, 100%. I don't like this whole, oh, it needs to be bipartisan bullshit, because it's garbage. No, there's no bipartisan negotiations with these whack jobs. Like this isn't your dad's GOP. This ain't Barry Goldwater you're dealing with. And those people weren't even that great. But Jesus, man. Is it $1,000? Yeah, I saw that they were announcing a package, but I didn't look into it before I came on stream. So I know it was way less than the package people were asking for. Yeah, the Dems are completely terrible. They have no balls when it comes to this stuff, man. Like, put the package out on the floor. Like, if the Republicans don't want to vote for it, make them do that. Make them do it and make them fucking own it. Make them own that shit. Why do the Dems insist on playing in the sandbox with these people? Just because, you know what the truth is though? A lot of them don't want to do shit either. Like, a lot of them don't want to get this shit passed because a lot of their donors don't want them to do this stuff. But they have they can hide behind the Republicans that really don't want to do it. But there's so much more we could get done. But it just doesn't happen because they're terrible at it. Also, though, Dems are bad at negotiating. But, you know, Chuck Schumer has come out and he said he wants to do this and that and this. But, you know, where's the fire, man? Where's the hardball negotiation? Like, you are in control. This party is in shambles. Everybody that's the face of their party is a complete psychopath. You control all, you know, the House, the Senate, the presidency. You don't really need much from them, and you still can't get anything passed. Yeah, they're weak. Weakness and incompetence is what I think when I think of the Democrat leadership. Yeah, exactly. Saying you want to do something is way different than actually doing it. And that is our issue. And, you know, I've seen, you know, several people jump up and talk about, oh, we need to do something with Wall Street. It's like, no, we need to do something with the stimulus checks before we think about anything. Like, I don't it's been almost 2 weeks now. It's time to put some bills on the floor. And I feel like we're not going to get a bill anytime soon. I don't think it's going to be next week. I don't think it's going to be the week after that. I feel like it's going to be March, like was talked about in the Politico playbook. I think it's going to be March before we get anything. Yeah, I'm pretty bummed at how Biden's handled these first couple weeks. Cuz it's all great that oh, thank you for the Kimajo. Thank you for the follow. Very much appreciated. You're now on the board. See, if you follow me on Twitch, you get on this fancy board over here. At least until 3 other people follow me on Twitch. You can also sub, and my little sub goal thing will go up here. Anyone else watching WandaVision? I don't even know what that is. I got a lot of hate on TikTok for calling Biden shit out. Yeah, me too, man. I've made several videos on Biden not doing shit, and I got the same thing. It's like, no, I'm not fucking cheerleading for this guy. It was settled for Biden for a reason. We settled for Biden, but I still expect him to do stuff. He got the perfect scenario. He got everything he wanted. He could be so popular right now. And I mean, he still is popular. I think he's got it at a 63% approval rating. But man, I don't want to see the thing I'm worried about the most is another fascist in the White House. But this time the fascist is going to be smarter. It's going to be that much smarter. And it will happen if they do nothing. If they do this bullshit compromise, meet in the middle, like there's, like I said earlier with the guy that doesn't want to wear masks, where's the middle with that guy? There's no middle with these people. You just have to show them that they're wrong. A guy like that, there's no middle. There's no compromise on, well, I believe in science. Well, I believe in the Plandemic documentary. There's no middle with those kind of people. And there shouldn't be any middle here. People need help. We need to help them. Can the poors get a couple scraps? Bernie's the only one that's come out in the media and actually had like a plan. And Bernie knows how, Senate procedures and how Bernie knows how to do all the inside baseball stuff. And he's come out and he said, hey, this is what we need to do. This is what we can pass through budget reconciliation. Bernie's had a real legit plan because his actual goal the whole time was helping people. But, we had to go with the safe guy. We are watching them pave the way for fascism. Yeah, no, I'm legitimately, that's my biggest worry. With misinformation and the way things are going, it's not getting any better. And the more they can say, well, Biden did nothing, the more people they will win over. We'll end up with another 600. Yeah, well, unfortunately, you might be right there. But yeah, the more they can say Biden has done nothing, which Biden has done some stuff, but it's not like things you can like really point to and say, oh, look, regular normal person, this is how this helped you. Like, restarting DACA is great. Don't get me wrong. But the average Trump person does not care. And they're not going to be like, oh, well, he did restart DACA and he, stopped the Keystone Pipeline because global warming is something they care about. Like, we need to do very basic, easily recognizable, help the common man things right now. Like, we need to do stuff for right now. Republicans keep pushing it right and the Democrats keep trying to. Yeah, exactly. No matter what, like the GOP has gone full on, like, I don't know. They've definitely gone farther. I don't even know what label to put on it, but they've gone much farther to the right over the past 4 or 5 years. And the Democrats keep trying to, they keep having this dream of bipartisanship. Like, that's really matters. Like, people are so, like that's what people are so concerned with. Like, oh, we must have unity. We must have bipartisanship. Like, no, that's not what anybody cares about. People care about what you're going to do for them. What are you going to do today that is going to help them out? And that is what you have to focus on, and that's what you have to pass. And if the people that you're working with don't want to pass that, you need to make them publicly put that on a vote. Make them vote not to pass this shit. Like, and that's the thing. It's not hard. This is not hard. Like, we're sitting here just fucking cutting up talking about this, and we realize this. Like, they know this. They just don't want to do it. And that's what pisses me off the most. Was nothing for people they will remember. Yeah, exactly. That's why we got Trump. We got Trump for a reason. It wasn't just some complete fluke. It was because people were pissed off. They're like, well, this shit ain't working. So we got Trump. And if Biden fucking just bows down to the Republicans at every turn, they're not going to blame the Republicans. They're going to blame Biden. I mean, this is known. Yeah, it's pretty frustrating. I don't know if it's that they're stubborn or they just don't want to do it. And I think I don't know if they're really banking on something bipartisan really helping, if they truly believe that, if they truly think that the bill needs to be bipartisan in order for it to heal the nation, because I don't think it matters one bit. I think the only thing you need to do is force them to vote, and if they don't vote, you know, then you go back and you try it again. I think if they put a bill out on the floor and the Republicans didn't vote for it, they would get so much pushback, because that would just be a perfect, perfect line of attack for the Democrats. Republicans say they're the party of the people, but they didn't even vote for your stimulus check. They wouldn't even help us pass it. We had a bill ready, we put it on the floor, and they voted it down. And then you bring that bill up for a second time a week later, I guarantee you it passes. What the fuck is the thinking? Other than they just don't want to do it, or they're not ready for it, or they really think it needs to be bipartisan. Which Biden is old school in that way. Maybe he is thinking is we need a big time bipartisan win to bring the country together. And I just think that is completely wrong in every way. Nobody gives a shit about bipartisanship anymore. I don't know if anyone ever really did. Katie in Wisconsin, who's got 2 kids and hasn't been able to work in 6 months, does not give one fuck if Joe Manchin and Mitt Romney work together. She's not like, oh, I really love these guys because they're always thinking about both sides of the issue. It's like, no, dude, I need some fucking help. Can you help me out here? And she'll vote for whoever helps her out the most, or who she thinks, with the limited amount she pays attention, is going to help her. And that's and the Democrats' best way of winning for every election for the rest of ever is making new voters care. Like, there is a section of this country that will never vote Democrat as long as they live, especially now. You know, anybody that's hardcore supporting Marjorie Taylor Greene is never, ever in a million years going to support Biden. So we need to make new voters. And the way you make new voters actually care is by doing things that normal people care about. If you're only ever doing shit that politically savvy people and people that, you know, pay attention on a daily basis notice or even talk about, you're not going to make any new voters. We're already voting. People that pay attention to politics are already voting, and they already have their minds made up for the most part. Yeah, he needs to stop putting up with all the malarkey. Yeah, the inaction is exactly. The inaction is what led to Trump. And we don't need another Trump. Yeah, the only bipartisanship you're going to get is if you force it. Most definitely. Daddy Soros. Thanks for that check, Soros, by the way. Thank you for following me. Very much appreciated. But yeah. Alright, guys. I think I'm going to I have faith that they are working on what they need to do and do it right. I have a little, I mean, I don't know, man. I hope somehow the people in the room who are saying, hey, we need to really pass these checks and we need to do it now are, I'm Michael from the YouTube. This is my Twitch. Oh, nice. I like it. Daddy Soros, good name. Although now, like, some QAnon supporters are going to be like, you see, Daddy Soros is following him. So clearly, he's been to Epstein Island. I don't even know what I was going to say anymore. Got wrapped up there. But yeah, I just hope that the heads in the room that are saying, hey, we need to pass these $2,000 checks get the last say, because they're right. And I know people are advocating for it, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, anyway, thank you guys for hanging out. I really, really, really appreciate it. Like I said before, if you like my YouTube lives, I know because a lot of you are on YouTube. If you want to follow me on Twitch, because eventually I'll be moving over there full time with the streams, not just multi-streaming. Just because Twitch is a better platform and gives me a lot less headaches. I'll still, of course, be uploading the clips to YouTube and stuff. But yeah, if you want to follow me on Twitch, that'd be awesome. If you want to support me, you can subscribe on Twitch. You get my emojis that way. If you have a YouTube or if you have an Amazon Prime membership, you can get 1 free Twitch subscription. All my social medias and everything are in the description. Also, join the Discord because I have lots of good sources in there about Q, how to talk to people in conspiracies, if you have a family member. And yeah, just trying to build the community over there. You can also chat on the streams through Discord, FYI. I know at Dave that what's concerned. Oh, okay. Okay. Good show. Have a great night. See you tomorrow. Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, tomorrow night, 7 o'clock Central. We'll go over the other parts of the Q documentary. How often do you go live? Oh, thanks. Appreciate that. How often do I go live? About 4 or 5 nights a week now. I'll be going live tomorrow night. But yeah, I'm gonna stay pretty consistent with the 4 or 5 nights a week. I'm gonna make an exact schedule here pretty soon, but once I get my schedule figured out. But yeah, pretty much every other day at least. And yeah, yeah, so anyway, if you want to follow me on Twitter, TikTok, all that stuff, all the links to everything in that are down in the description. If you could like the stream on the way out, I would very much appreciate it. And yeah, thanks so much, guys. I really do appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out, and I will see you tomorrow night, 7 o'clock Central. Do not be late. Or do, whatever. It's up to you.